Okay, so I think I found out where the achievements are. They're right here. Look at that. Okay, so we can take a look. This is just complete on a level. Score top in all 12 simulator missions, best of the best. Complete primary objective on Pharos, whatever. Okay. New sheriff in town. You got the top score in a simulator mission. Well, I did do that. Complete earned survival mission. Complete the mission on the asteroid. Locate Liara in the Artemis Tower. I just got this. Use charm or intimidate to resolve an impossible situation in the game. Become a spectre. Complete any romantic subplot. Ooh. When do those start? That is Paramore. And this is Paragon. 75% total Paragon points. Renegade. 75% of total Renegade points. Extreme Power Gamer. Advanced to level 60. Power Gamer level 50. Asari Ally. Complete the majority of the game with the Asari squad member. Quarian Ally. Complete the majority of the game with the Quarian squad member. The Turian squad member. Krogan squad member. Sentinel Ally. The Alliance Sentinel squad member. Alliance Soldier. So each one, okay. Get Hunter. Log 250 synthetic enemy kills. Reward. Increase shield strength by... Oh, we have rewards for these. Log 150 organic enemy kills. Increase health by 10%. Rich. Obtain more than 1 million credits. Medal of Exploration. Land on an uncharted world. Tactician. Complete a full playthrough of Mass Effect. Taken more damage to your shields than your health. I think we'll just get this automatically. I don't know. Completionist. Complete the majority of the game. Scholar. Find all primary, alien, council races, extinct races, and non-council races codex entries. Oh, so we got them all. That's nice. Neural Shock Specialist. Use Neural Shock. Use Medigel. Use Sabotage. Overload. AI hacking. Dampening. Biotic Stasis. Barrier. Singularity. Wrap. Biotic Throw. Biotic Lift. Okay, I got Sniper Expert. Unlock all Sniper Rifle talent for all feature characters on this profile. Oh. Log 150 Sniper Rifle kills. Assault Rifle Expert. Unlock Assault Rifle talent for all feature characters on this profile. Shotgun Expert. Pistol Expert. Medal of Valor. On insane difficulty setting, do not change the settings. On hardcore, complete 2 Mass Effect playthroughs on any level. And Honorum of Corporate Service. Complete Novaria. Complete Virame. Complete Eden Prime. And then we are back to the start. Okay. So interesting. What is downloadable content? Bring down the sky and Pinnacle Station. We have Pinnacle Station. We saw that. Argus Row. Bartrian extremists have hijacked a mobile asteroid station. On the galaxy map, travel to the Exos cluster, enter the Asgard system, and land on the asteroid X-57 to stop it before it crashes into Terra Nova. Okay. So I have both of them, right? Because I bought I have Game Pass, right? So everything comes on Game Pass, really? Okay, let's resume. Okay, so we're gonna head down and talk to Ciara Deloney, or the Dr. Tiara, whatever her name is. I don't think it's her name is Dr. Tiara, but you know, I'm not sure what her name is. I guess Galaxy map. It was downstairs. Right. I remember. Yes, sir. Salute me. Okay, so we head over here, and we just head down. We're gonna talk to our new crew member in this incredibly slow elevator. I mean, the door can open a little faster. So is she hanging out in the engine? I don't think so, right? Oh, no. We have Engineer Adams, and we have our Quarian friend. What is her name? I forget. Danny or something. Garrus. Oh, actually, Alliance
Looking for
Requisition
supplies?
Officer.
Not right now, thanks.
No problem.
Okay. I'm just gonna see that we have the best weapons. And then if we do, I'm gonna sell everything off, because no more messages that, oh, you are maxed out on items or whatever. Messages keep showing up. Not interested. we don't really need. Because we already have shredder rounds 5.
Keep checking back.
And then if I want to, I can actually just check. Here's Liara, here's Tally. Tally, oh, nope, this is the same one. There's nothing better for Tally. There should really be nothing better for our good friend. I forget her name again. Sorry. Ashley. Ashley, hello. Nothing better for them. Okay, so we're just gonna sell all our items now. But I'm not interested in keeping anything.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
You bet. Krogan armor. Avenger 4. Avenger 4. Is it all my? This is all my stuff. It's all trash. Sell. Can I press E to sell? Okay. Spam E. 48, 50, 52, 53. Come on, I need to get 1,000,000, right? Oh, this is, by the way, this is 614,000. So 1,000,000 is pretty close. Will I get it this time? It is possible. Sell value of these things is pretty high. 949,361 credits. Well, well, well. Okay. And Garrus, Rex. Ashley?
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now?
Oh.
We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Sister.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Sorry.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now.
I mean...
One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on Family Mail.
Tell me about your family.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Investigate. Tell me about your dad.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting you could get that offered space time. You know
Space
what?
guy.
He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I met Chief. First thing he did was salute.
Tell me about your mom.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds.
That's why you went to New
She gave
Terra?
up her career to raise us, though.
Oh, that's sad always. Tell me about your sisters.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the
4
youngest.
sisters,
She's
huh?
still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Okay, tell me about your home.
Where did you grow up?
All over.
New Terra?
We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
Okay, you raised your sisters?
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Tell me about it.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
What are vid mails?
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back.
So she was still in
They
school.
were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen Hellwire away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
No means no, something changed. Yeah, no means no.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Well,
Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was
he's
past
gonna
time
go
they
to the
did
woods
deed.
to do it? Come on,
She
man.
levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Well, What about the police?
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
Mm-hmm. Self-defense.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido.
Mm-hmm.
Abby decided to learn the sword.
Oh, great.
She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
What about you?
So, what did you learn?
The army?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Dedicated of you.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy.
That
I
didn't
wanted
end
to
well, I
snap him
think.
in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her.
Oh, great.
I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell.
Oh, he didn't hit her. Oh, she didn't hit her.
She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying.
Well, he should be sorry.
She hugged him. The
Great.
Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
That was pointless. Come on, man. We have a heart, dude. Who chooses these options? Interesting story.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with
He's
the
just
hungry
reciting a
heart,
poem now.
much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
Bored now. You read poetry?
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
It's a good piece.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home.
Oh, well, that's sad.
Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
From the afterlife?
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Keep it to yourself. Are you a fanatic? I'm a judge. Of course not. I do too.
You know that old saw, there's never an atheist in a foxhole? I've been in a lot of foxholes.
Yeah, I guess you have. I've met a few people who were really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in
I mean, you
higher power.
can. Just
Jeez.
be a little sensible about it.
Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
How are we doing?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I believe her.
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least, I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Alright, goodbye.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Alright. Codex. Humanity and Systems Alliance. Military Doctrine. The Alliance military is of great concern with the galaxy. At first contact with the Turians, they were completely inexperienced. Turian disdain changed to respect after the relief of Shangji, where the humans surprised them with novel technologies and tactics. The human devotion to the understanding and adapting to modern space warfare stunned the staid council races. For hundreds of years, they had lived beneath secure walls of long-proven technologies and tactics. The Council regards the Alliance as a sleeping giant. Less than 3% of humans volunteer to serve in their military, a lower proportion than any other species. While competent, Alliance soldiers are neither as professional as the Turians nor as skilled as the Asari. Their strengths lie in fire support, flexibility, and speed. They make up for lack of numbers with sophisticated technical support, VIs, drones, artillery, electronic warfare, and emphasize on mobility and individual initiative. Their doctrine is not based on absorbing and dishing out heavy shocks like the Turians and Krogan. Rather, they bypass enemy strong points and launch deep into their rear, cutting supply lines and destroying headquarters and support units, leaving enemies to wither on the vine. On defense, the human military is a rapid reaction force that lives by Sun Tzu's maxim: he who tries to defend everything defends nothing. Garrisons are intended for scouting rather than combat, avoiding engagements to observe and report on invaders using drones. The token garrisons of human colonies make it easy for alien powers to secure them, for which the Alliance media criticizes the military. However, the powerful fleet stationed at Phase Gate Nexus, such as Arcatus, are just a few hours or days from any colony within their sphere of responsibility. In the event of an attack, they respond with overwhelming force. So it is pretty bad, they're letting your people die, but I guess it makes sense in some ways. Sun Tzu's Art of War. Haven't read it. So I know there is now romance in the game.
Commander?
Goodbye.
We'll talk later, William.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Skipper. Stop calling me Skipper.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
Yes, we do.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core.
Yeah?
I could tell as soon as I met him.
You knew Saren?
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
Fair enough.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
Saren recruited you?
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive
So
cargo
he's just...
freighter.
Wow. He's
Our biggest
banking
haul
piracy,
yet.
huh? Bankrolling piracy.
I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What was he doing?
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. Couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
Wow. What about the cargo?
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big.
A research ship, maybe?
If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
What about the ship itself?
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
Okay, that's it?
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right.
I mean, he was
Every
a bad
other
guy.
merc on that mission
Oh,
turned
right.
up dead within a week. Every damn one.
Extension Genophage, I see.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
So they do have new things to say. You know, hey, Garrus.
Commander, good to see you.
Personal
You've been with
questions.
CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
Anything specific?
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
Disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts.
Oh, great.
Organs, mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
Is this common?
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one Elcor diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking
Great.
people up and selling their
Elcor, huh?
organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
Okay, what did you find?
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Salarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
Krogan testicles.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set.
They have 4. Okay, well.
Somebody's making a killing out there.
What about the doctor?
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Interviewing?
You mean threatening? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
Well, that's sick.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off.
Wow.
Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
Did you interview him?
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
What?
Why not?
What?
What the
Wow.
hell happened?
Good job, CSEC.
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
We just let him go.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs, but they wouldn't listen.
Yeah, idiots.
No wonder you hated it there. Those idiots just let him fly away.
Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship,
Yeah.
stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but
He
at
doesn't
least
have any
we stopped the
bargaining chips
bastard
to kill the
responsible for it
hostages.
all.
It's a tough choice.
I suppose I can see both sides. But what's done is done.
I suppose. Can't waste too much time worrying about it now. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Dr. Salion.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was
You
him.
can go check him out.
I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
Oh, well, give it to me, yeah.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Okay. Codex Journal. Look at that. Codex. Council Races. Turian's Biology. The Turian homeworld, Palaven, has a metal-poor core, generating a weak magnetic field and allowing more solar radiation into the atmosphere. To deal with this, most forms of life on Pavillon evolved some form of metallic exoskeleton to protect themselves. Their reflective plate-like skin makes Turian less susceptible to long-term low-level radiation exposure, but they do not possess any sort of natural armor. A Turian's thick skin does not stop projectiles and directed energy bolts. Although life on Palawan is carbon-based and oxygen-breathing. It is built on dextro amino acids. This places the Turians in a distinct minority on the galactic stage. The Quarians are the only other known sapient dextroprotein race. The food of humans, Asari or Salians, who evolved in low amino acid-based biospheres, will at best pass through Turian systems without providing any nutrition. At worst, it will trigger an allergic reaction that can be fatal if not immediately treated. But they can't eat they can't eat like normal food or like human food, I guess. Garrus, find Dr. Salion. Garrus told you about his encounter with Dr. Salon, the geneticist. He regrets letting him escape the first time and hopes he'll be able to track him down and bring him to justice. I mean, I'll do just that. Head to the coordinates, the Herschel system in Kepler Verge. Okay, I'll deal with that. Anything
Commander,
more? No,
good to see you.
Good to see you. It's the requisition officer. I spoke to both of them. Let's speak to our friend over here. Let's see if she has anything more to say. Tally. What about
Something
Adams?
I can do for you, Commander.
Nope.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Hello, Tally.
Hello, Shepard.
You sound down.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place.
Why aren't you wearing the armor I gave you?
The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving, and the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
It's too quiet to sleep.
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down.
Well, that's pretty bad.
I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
You're homesick.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and
Makes
our
you miss
culture.
them, right?
You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
But you're going back, right?
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
Okay, well, goodbye.
I should go.
See you later.
So Asari girl, I forget her name again. Well, she's not here. The 100 and whatever year old baby, child, whatever. Because they live so long. But whatever. So she's not here. Maybe she is up here. On this floor. I think yes, she is. I see 2 blue dots on the minimap. That usually indicates there are 2 people here. Well, we can also talk to our good friend Caden.
Anything you need, Commander?
Looking for a personal input.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Well, they know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
Good.
They deserve to know what we're up against.
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
You alright?
Anything I can do?
No, Commander, it'll settle down. It's rough sometimes, but they spike higher than a lot of L3s. Except for you, of course. Besides, I fared a lot better than some after Kinetics was through.
They're still around?
I haven't heard anything about Kinetics in a while.
Yeah, they quietly disappeared. Broke up into a bunch of little corps after they botched the training on Jump Zero. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Why couldn't we do it alone?
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs.
Well, that's pretty bad.
And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
Experts?
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Canadics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
Well, I guess the Asari just refused.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
Mercenaries, wow. I'm sure they meant well, I guess.
I'm sure Canadics did what they thought was best.
But
It wasn't best for us.
Yeah.
They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
They ever bust a guy? Yeah.
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, was under the table. The less said, the better. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
Okay, what about tactical appraisal?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. Seems like a sweet girl. Easy on the eyes.
Oh, wow. You like her or something?
I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Do you?
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
No, Commander. Just art appreciation.
Tactical
What's your
appreciation.
opinion on the last?
Seems like... I mean,
What
if
if
you
I
like the
say,
bookish
oh,
sort.
I do?
Just remember, Lieutenant, I saw her first.
Only by a few seconds, sir.
Great, goodbye.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Okay, so we can romance her, I guess. She's at the... Excuse me? She's probably in the... I can open my locker again. Pistol, sniper rifle. Sure, I'll take it all. Oh yeah, I forgot these rooms even existed. Replenish Medigel. Oh, Dr. Chakwas.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Nothing.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
And she's just chilling in a... Oh, this is like a lab. This is a lab, right? Lab and storage, okay. Hello, Liara.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
I was worried.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
She's the best.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I hope so.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
Don't mention it.
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop
You don't
Saren.
just call your mother
I
by
promise.
name, huh? I know.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Okay. I'd like to talk about you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Must get lonely.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau, I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
Why is that? She's probably an introvert or
You
something.
don't like other people?
You don't like introverts?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
It's not foolish.
All children rebel against their parents.
Yeah.
It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha, you share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision.
Well, she's dead.
But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
I'm fascinating.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study.
Okay.
No, that's even worse.
Relax.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people.
Well,
Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
tell me about Benezia.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
Benezia was swept up in events beyond her control.
She didn't lose herself. She was mind
lost
controlled
herself.
on a ship.
She fell under the spell of indoctrination and became part of the very thing she wanted to stop. But I will remember and honor how she lived, not how she died. My mother was strong, kind, and beautiful. And now she is gone.
I'm sorry.
Are you going to be okay?
You are kind to ask, Shepard. I do miss her, and I grieve for what happened to her. But I will not let my grief interfere with what we are trying to accomplish.
Tell me about Asari culture now.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Rumors?
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals.
Yeah, okay.
My
Makes sense.
species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
That's disgusting. How is it possible?
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings.
Like Athena, right?
We can touch the very depths of their minds.
Athena has
We
brain
explore the
child,
genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What about the other parent?
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Who was your father?
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
You can do that?
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard.
Oh,
if
yes,
we were
that
not
is
able
true.
to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to
that's
say
an
the word
insult.
to my face.
Well, that's the opposite of what
It
humans
is a
think.
great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
You don't know that.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
And how do you deal with that?
You Asari live for 1,000 years.
Oh, 1,000,
What
okay.
happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, A part of them lives on in us. The Union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Interesting. Well, goodbye.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Okay, Codex. I think we'll read this and then we'll end the... Oh, there are two. You know what? We'll say this for the next episode. We'll talk to her once
I
again.
get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Nothing important.
I just wanted to talk.
Of course, Shepard. What did you want to talk about?
Okay, nothing.
I should go.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Shepard.
Anyway, we'll read the new Codex entries in the next time, in the next episode. So, I will see you then. That's a weird lab, but whatever. Goodbye.